Well, hello everyone. So, as you can see, all the details of that podcast episode, I am hosting right now. Uh, the main idea or thought or concept to just start this podcast at this time actually was to get some of my network or some of my people or some of my time which I can invest in these type of activities. So actually you can actually congratulate me, like I have just been selected as an intern at a NGO foundation, which is you can say that working towards the animal welfare and the rescue operations, and their head office actually situated at Delhi in India, which is the capital of India. And I just felt very much happy. Like once I was shortlisted, and I just got selected for that actually position. So that person actually, who was like a mediator or coordinator in between, so she explained me quite a lot of roles and responsibilities, things like that. So in order to get all that type of responsibilities understood by me before I can just say yes to that internship. So that actually was a very very good experience for me. I just with the thought being an intern. So today actually I donated some of my time and some of my we can say that emotions to my furry friends, stray animals. I quite enjoyed those moments actually. So after that actually just I realized now I can ask for donations. No, so that was nothing if I'm not doing on myself, and I'm just asking the other people to do the same. So if I can do the same thing, then it's obligated, then it's very much fair to me to ask for other people. So I think this was the actual topic. This was a thought which I wanted to share actually to all of the people who are listening right now. Also, the another thing is actually you can say that Indian culture basically is nothing about the coexistence of different lives or different souls living in the surrounding, actually living in the nature. So I think this on this part actually we do have a lot of gods, goddesses, and deities which are very close to us, and we do have a particular type of animal which is actually dedicated to that, a symbolic gesture to a god or deity or goddess. So when we look at a particular god or goddess or a divine person, or you can say that divine entity, we always tend to get attracted towards that particular quality, which is also shown each and every god or each and every goddess of our Indian culture is having some sort of animal or living creature, you can say that, which is already present in the reality on the planet, is somehow related to that actually a divine entity. So being Indians, we do always see every life is important, it's not about like just humans or just being a homo sapien is the only important thing on the planet, so that we do not have the thought of like that. Actually, we do sense that whatever may be the size of that animal or creature or life, it may be like seen by naked eyes, or even if it is not like seen by naked eyes, so that lives, that souls are also important. And in order not to hurt them, not to actually disturb them, and not to actually get into a situation where like there can be a conflict in between like human beings and the other wild creatures. So that's what I think actually the whole thing actually I was thinking of before joining this actually activity. And as we already know, like as we can say, like before like in the earlier civilization, there were very much of wild animals. They were not actually connected to the human lives or homo sapiens life. Actually, there was a quite distinction in between the both actually lives. But as human beings or homo sapien learned to actually grow crops, they learned how to cultivate, how to can you that how to create such type of like grains or cereals or food that can be actually stored for days or weeks or months. So in order, like before that time actually it was only just a hunting partner, so there was only two types of like things, prey and predators. So basically human beings, we are also like animals. At that time actually we were not having any civilization or social structure or hierarchy. In order, like we were just animals. Like when we used to feel hunger, we used to kill a animal, and then we used to like just eat that animal, but not for just as a hobby, not just for as a just a sense of like some having superiority, or in the higher position of having just like sense like killing the animals of lower people, like just the for sense of like something like that. So that was not thing actually. But that part actually got somehow like that period or that era actually somehow got like diminished. That was actually like somewhat you can say that developed into such era, like when people or humans being tend to live in a in a community where there was like a part of cultivation, part of cropping, or part of like things like food was like getting like your food, or like that was not totally depend upon hunting actually. So during that period I think most of the like cats, dogs, horses, you can say that, like sheep and goats, these animals were actually were pet by the homo sapiens or animals, human beings actually, because we already knew that part of flesh or that part of creature is going to you can say that finish that is surely going to like finish our hunger or sometimes thirst. So I think that part actually, after like we were like creating crops and like grains and cereals for our generation, almost for a generation, like for a longer period of time actually. So these type of furry friends or other type of friends actually they were easily connected to us. And so as we were like developing as a civilization, so we were also having some sort of sense like if there is a coexistence in between each other lives, like cow, these are the beneficial animals, like there is a greater value to the milk besides like mother's milk. So if they that can be like taken into account, so cows, goats and sheep, these are the useful animals. So in order to like get that type of advantage over food, nutritious food actually, so we kept petting these type of animals despite of like just killing them and just ending the source. So we will then we were actually having a sense of coexistence for betterment of life actually. So that actually created, I think, connections, that created bonds, that created relationships in between the different type of species. So basically man was like human being, the homo sapien, like we were constantly growing something towards each other. So we were just not thinking on the just this part actually. So we were also having a sense of like connectedness or oneness. Like we were in the process of thinking like this soul or this life or this creature is so much important, just for not the sake of like it's been yet like it is useful for us, but also like the a sense of say, satisfaction, you can say that, a sense of fulfillment, you can say that, that actually was brought up by these animals to the human lives. So a sensing emotions or perceiving love, care from the different species actually. So that was the, I think, a period where humans actually had some sort of like thing which we today actually we always like animal welfare and rescue operations, we talk about all these things, but feeding animals, getting some advantage from them, and also even if they are not like giving us anything but giving something, a debt to pay back. So that was thought actually, I think, beside whole this like having same environment. So this part actually is based on basically history. So I am not actually a very good student of history actually, but I do know so how this type of like relations actually have grown up as day by day actually. And currently we are living in a situation like we do have stray cats, we do have stray dogs, we do have stray actually cows also, almost like they were earlier time actually there were lot of cows, stray cows on the roads and like on the busy these localities. Right now we have a proper channel where no stray cows, no stray animal actually regarding the cow or this buffalo type of things can be seen on the like roads or things like that. They are properly channelized into trust or like welfare, go raksha prakalps, like these type of things actually. So regarding cats and dogs, so we are not having actually these type of like trusts, like we are having trust about like welfare for the like cows and that stuff, but there is not certain type of like trust or you can say sanstha for the cats or like not for the dogs also, whether the whole system which is exactly parallel to the like cow welfare can be like generated, can be produced also. So and that's what I think actually is very much important, I think actually. So if we can like create just a parallel structure where stray cats and stray dogs can be like taken care of by the owners, caretakers, right from the birth actually to the last moments of their actually life. So creating such sort of awareness, just not regarding just feeding some stray animal for just one day or just like having sending some sort of money as a donation to actually for like feeding a particular animal for like whole month or whole year. That is also a good thing. I say that is not actually a bad thing to do, but just money is not right important like thing. You need to invest thoughts also in that particular idea. So that's what I think actually is very much good for us to think. Like we do all enjoy different types of like funny videos regarding the cats and their owners and babies of different kinds of like things. Like we do enjoy actually that video, that small moments actually relieves our daily stress and the all hardships like we all are facing in our day-to-day life in this modern technology in the advances. But those cats, those dogs, like who are not much into like evolution thing right now, like they are not advancing like we are advancing now, but still they are at peace. Like they do, I feel that they do have a greater, you can say that, or higher sense of satisfaction in their life. They are not getting distracted by anything. Like we are day by day, each day by day, we are creating something that is surely going to disturb our future generation for over a long period of time actually. But we are not actually concerning, we are just thinking like we have to use all the resources we are having on the planet, and we will just create some a new thing on the planet. So like, but that is not actually a thing. Like evolution is not about like just changing, it just a survival of the fittest actually. So even if we are like advancing, where evolution like is happening, but if that evolution is not going to make us fit for our survival, like, so what is the point of having that now? So that type of evolution will not like like that's going to kill some you can say that it can happen in a fantasy or imaginative like scene. But evolution, I think that evolution thing should be like this, that should be acted toward the survival of the fittest, and that should be not like just thinking we are in the modern techniques, and these type of evolutions can just make us stronger and strength more stronger than each other, or more stronger than any other animal on the planet. But that is actually nothing but creating exact opposite thing actually. Like this is the period actually we are mostly have a lifestyle where we are sitting for almost more than 6 to 7 hours just watching at our smartphones and TVs and tablets. So actual physical fitness, I do not think like most of the people even if they are like just young age or teenage, so that's what thing actually we are missing in this evolution. Hopefully I think like this kind of initiative where we can get closer to the nature and what the nature is holding actually. So different types of lives, these type of like things we actually can look or overlook, or we can have insight actually from them, like how we should live, how we should not, what are the do's and what are the don'ts actually. So this is the basic thing actually I wanted to share actually, that we can learn a lot of things from nature and the animals or the creatures which are present in the nature. And also I want to actually invite you all basically, like if possibly if you can, so do help me in my crowdfunding and like fundraising campaign. Like it's almost like 2 days, and I do have actually a sort of like 3 weeks or 2 weeks maximum for this campaign. So we want to actually, being an intern to this NGO, we need to have transaction more and more in order to actually run this campaign, because this actually organization actually has 650 stray animals actually we have to actually feed on the regular basis. So fundraising, crowdfunding, these type of activities are going to actually help all these animals which are in the need, which are in the position where they can live their life more efficiently. So many of them are actually just ill. They are having some sort of like disability or like disease. So through this crowdfunding, it is not only going to just feed them, but it's going to also help them in a better way to have a healthy life. Just any other human being is able to like just some sort of this type of like crowdfunding. So whatever the amount is, you are open to donate whatever you can actually. There is no upper or lower limit. But besides that, if you can do that, we are very very grateful for you. But even if you are able to just share the news, like if you are able to just convey the message, like we are this what we are doing and what we are planning to do in future. So even if you can do that, that will be a very very kind gesture to our friends. That will be a very good just like support, good kind of support actually for our NGO or organization. So these type of things actually I can say that. Also, like I was very much of thinking this type of activity, how can it actually help me personally? So I did some sort of like research. I did actually some study on this part actually. So I did find actually ki since childhood, whatever like stories we were like listening, or whatever the stories we were like taught, so many of them were having characters like uh, wild animals actually. So this type of storytelling, which was a very integral part of our like childhood memories, that also has actually many characters like cat or a mouse or a rat, or you can say that it may be a donkey. There were stories about like you can say that sparrows, and there were stories about like fishes, so monkeys or horses. So all the storytellers or storytelling sessions do have a specific, you can say, connection of animal to it also. It's not about that so though these type of animals, maybe wild or stray or pet, these are being a constant part of our also education also over centuries. It's not about like it's just a matter of time, like 10 to 15 years ago or after, before that actually. For centuries it's been an integral part. Animals have been an integral part of our religious or faiths or beliefs. They have been an integral part or important part of our education, or you can say that also learning. So if these are all things, like if they can teach us, they can make us feel very satisfied, or if they are like making us more happier person, happier soul than ever, so why we should not help them when they are in need? So my point is like you must be like getting it key what's I'm trying to say. So do participate, do join, and share the word actually, so we can raise the maximum amount of crowd fund for this activity. You can also like just WhatsApp me. So my WhatsApp contact number I will be just sharing in the episode details, and just You can also contact me on my mobile phone number, which is 8975172145. So I will be very thankful, like if we can share, we can discuss, or we can just have a conversation regarding this. And like next few weeks are going to be very crucial for me, being an intern at this NGO. So thank you for like listening. Hopefully we will get to see each other on the same platform. So till then, goodbye.